Welcome to the Unveiling Success, episode 1. Okay, so this is basically a podcast where we'll understand and dive deep into the stories and journeys of exceptional students and individuals who have achieved remarkable results in CBSE 10 boards. Okay, and today we have with us Baani Solanki, okay, with Sreyasi. Okay, so welcome to the first episode of Unveiling Success from FIITJEE Podcast. Okay, so anything you have to say, Baani and Sreyasi, about like about yourself, like as we start.
I am Baani Solanki. I joined FIITJEE in class 10.
Okay.
And from very starting, it was more competitive and it forced me to be more disciplined
Okay.
and to set clear goals.
Mm-hmm.
And the results are exceptional. Thank you for having me here.
Okay. And you, Sreyasi?
I'm Sreyasi and I joined FIITJEE in class 9. And
Okay.
when I joined here, it was little hectic for me to balance school and FIITJEE because the studies, the competitive level was different here. But when I joined here, after a month, I balanced it and the results are, you can see it.
Great.
Thank you for having us.
Great. So we have got Baani Solanki here, okay, who has scored a remarkable score of 99.4% in CBSE 10 board, and we have got Sreyasi. She has scored 99.2% in our CBSE 10 board. Okay, so first let's understand if you could share a brief overview of your journey for your success, like how did you manage your success, okay, with FIITJEE Dwarka. So if you can give a brief overview first one.
So I think it's very important to understand that 10th is the first grade where we have the whole syllabus coming up for the exam.
Mm-hmm.
And in earlier classes, we had the habit of revising a day before the exams and just giving the exam.
Right.
But in 10th, the syllabus is much bigger and you really can't do it. It's not practical.
Correct.
So it's important that you revise what you were taught in the school or FIITJEE that day.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get home, you get
Right.
your doubts cleared every day. And always revise for your exams that you're having in your coaching institute or school. Never go unprepared into an examination.
Right.
Because if you revise, say you have even if you have 4 exams throughout the year before your boards,
Mm-hmm.
and you revise once for each of them, even if you're not satisfied with it, you have already read the course material 4 times.
Right.
So you have a good idea of it.
Correct.
So when finally preparing for the exam, you are not, blind and you are not that confused or scared.
Right. And seriously, if I can basically ask you, what basically motivated you to aim for such high scores? Like, what made you? What gave you that particular motivation of achieving that 98.2%?
Actually, my father and mother, they always
Okay.
I have siblings.
Okay.
So they say if I do something, they will be on the right path after me.
Okay.
So I need to do something so that there is a pressure on them to do something and get success in their life.
Great.
That's why.
Great.
And the faculty here, they always, targeted, motivated the child, and they tell you your weaknesses so that you can work upon it. And then it's like you can balance it with the SAT given here, basic mock test and all.
Right. So as we know that for every parent, each and every parent has been a first path or the first step of motivation for each and every student here, even for me, right? The second thing that I have from my end for you people is your stories are actually inspiring, right? You Sreyasi, Vaibhav, right? So moving on, if you could share some of the strategies, okay, for the students who are currently pursuing their 10th, the students will be coming from 9 to 10th, okay, any strategies or any study techniques, okay, which can help them the same it helped you to prepare for your exams. Any strategies, any 2 or 3 strategies that you find those are the most important ones.
So especially regarding the boards, it's very important to study the NCERT thoroughly.
Okay.
I can understand that it's not a very interesting book and
Correct.
it gets bland after you read it for a few times.
Right.
But it is very important because the whole board question paper is based on the NCERT. I have read the science and NCERT about 10 times.
Correct.
And it's not an easy feat because it is a big book.
Correct.
But it is very important because only when you revise it thoroughly once or twice do you actually get into the minute details and you actually remember all of that.
Right.
Apart from that, it is very important that you have a calendar and
Okay.
a to-do list. So
Okay.
you don't have that mental pressure that I have to do these 10 things.
Mhm.
You can write it down and you can then strategize. And it is very important to prioritize your tasks.
Right.
Because when you are studying for such a multitude of things, something is going to get left out.
Hmm.
So it is very important that you do the most important thing first.
Right.
And when you keep on revising and everything, you will then get on to the other things also. And obviously, if you revise thoroughly, if you
Right.
understand your concept,
Right.
everybody is saying that aiming for 100 marks in a subject is difficult.
Mhm.
But if you look at it from the point of view that, look, 100 is not about achieving those 100 marks, it's about not losing 1 or 2 marks, right?
Right. Right.
So
right.
don't leave any doubts,
Okay.
understand the topics, and then you'll score good automatically.
Okay, great. If I had such thought processes at my time, maybe I would have sat in your place. But unfortunately, it's not the case. What about you, Sreyasi? Like any 2 or 3 strategies that you want to share for the current students?
My strategy was just that I focus on what teachers say in the class and FIITJEE.
Okay.
And to be honest, I self-study was less for me.
Okay.
Because I can't read that science book 10 or 4 times.
Okay.
I just write questions.
Okay.
When the teacher gave me question, I write the answer that covered the half of the book so that I can study that. And in SST, because CBSE has a weakness. If you
Mhm.
have the knowledge, you can write anything and CBSE will give you mark. So I
Right.
just work on that weakness. I just grab the knowledge
Okay.
and just write what I thought. I just listen to the stories in SST, and in science also the concept only, the basic concept you need to know, because CBSE makes paper like the target is if your concept is clear or not.
Mhm.
So if you are studying like whole 7-8 hours, it would be benefited, but
Right.
if you are focusing on what teacher is saying to you, what is going in class, assignment given by them, you can still score good enough.
So
Yeah.
that's your basically the strategy. Okay, it's actually great, like fantastic to say. So if I would understand like both of you, Baani and Sreyasi, like we know that your first target was the 10 board exams, right? So if you could help me out, like did you prepare for any other competitive exams apart from the 10 boards? Like we have got Olympiads, we have got like NTSC is not being conducted, but we have got the other competitive exams, right? So if you could tell me like what all other competitive exams that you have appeared for and you have like procured that particular position. So
So, like I mentioned before, I only joined FIITJEE in grade 10. So
Okay.
before that, I did not participate a lot in the public Olympiads.
okay,
But the private Olympiads, which are held by SOF organization,
Okay.
I have been participating in them from a very young age.
great, great,
So,
great, great.
There's always this motivation of studying a higher level
Okay,
and
okay.
the competitiveness in FIITJEE that makes you want to achieve more.
Right, right,
That's
right.
very
So I
important.
believe you must be appearing or you must be aware about the competitive exams that will be held in grade 11 and grade 12, right? So you must have planned to appear for the same, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this year or next year.
Yeah.
Great. What about you, Sreyasi?
Just like Baani, I gave a private, Olympiad examination from a young age and scored like gold medal in my school.
Very
So
good,
that was
very
great.
good,
And
great.
in 9th, I gave MVPP
Okay,
and was qualified for that.
okay, okay.
Also, because Sanskrit is my language in my school, I participated in various, speaking competition in
Mhm.
Sanskrit,
Mhm.
Delhi level,
Mhm.
and in state level I secured second position many times, and also in yoga I participated.
Great. So many of our audience, or we know that many of our students, they are not aware about this particular exam, which is MVPP, right? So if you could tell to our audience, like, what is this MVPP
So
basically?
MVPP is basically an exam conducted by the Delhi minister, which is Mukhyamantri Vigyan Pariksha. Okay, in this it's basic syllabus. Your math, 100 marks math paper will be there, and 100 mark it will include maths, science, make 3 categories: physics, bio, and chemistry,
Okay.
and SST also.
Okay.
So you just need a little bit of GK for
Okay.
scoring full marks,
Okay.
or else
okay.
you can clear it, because it takes 500 students from general category only.
Okay.
And all
okay.
over Delhi students sit in this examination, and in various school extra classes are given for MVPP to work on it, and also in FIITJEE they provided MVPP mock test and all, so it helped a lot to secure such a
Great,
number.
great, great, great. So that's actually good to hear that you're actually you have participated in so many competitive exams. And the next question that I have for both of you is how do you want to see yourself as, right, after 2 years or after 5 years down the lane? So you must have planned something, right? So there has to be a proper goal, right? What you have thought, what you're pursuing right now, or what you want to do after 12th, right? So if you could give a clarity, what's your plan after this? What's your next goal? What do you want to achieve next?
So my main goal is obviously JEE Advanced.
Great,
Yeah.
great, okay,
So Olympiads are stepping stones to that.
right.
And more importantly, every exam that you have in class or you have faced tests in FIITJEE, performing well in that so that you can ultimately achieve the greater goal.
Right, right.
Because why dream small when you can dream big?
Correct.
Right.
Why dream small when you can dream big? Right.
So mainly I want to go into IIT,
Okay.
and there are many fields regarding AI which are coming up. So I'm
Great.
very interested in that because
Okay.
that is the future.
That is the future. No doubt, artificial intelligence and augmented reality is the future. What about you, Sreyasi?
So firstly, in 11th, I want to give KVPY, which is conducted in 11th and 12th both.
Okay.
So I want to give that and secure a position so that I can get scholarship. And if I am interested in a particular subject, physics, chemistry or maths, I can do the degree and research in it. And then again, JEE Advanced, that's why I'm in FIITJEE. I want to give that. And basically, my main goal is not to be an engineer.
Okay.
I just want to study computer science and AI just because I love it.
Okay.
And I want to be a IAS officer, but after clearing IIT and being an engineer.
That's very inspiring, Sreyasi. And as we know that KVPY, that was Kishore Vaigyanik Protsahan Yojana, that has been presumed by the Inspire, right? So it's no longer as KVPY right now.
Yes.
From last year, it's taken care by the team of Inspire, right? So I believe you're aware about that. So all the best, okay, for the same, okay, and really great. Thank you so much for sharing all your current and future goals, okay. And the last but not the least, what I want to understand, we know that this FIITJEE Dwarka, it has played a very important and a very evident role, right, for your success and for shaping your success, basically, right? So, what if you want to give any insights or any advice for the aspiring students who are currently studying in FIITJEE Dwarka, okay, so that they can achieve the same remarkable results just like yours? Any advice for the students?
So when you are studying in a competitive background like there you have in FIITJEE, it is very important to understand that you will face hurdles, you will face failures.
Correct.
And you should not get disheartened. You should be more motivated. And I know it's tough, and you do get disheartened.
Right.
And I have also faced that. But it's important that you always keep the bigger picture in mind, and you're perseverant, you're determined, and if you work hard, you'll obviously get the results. Because every action has a reaction.
Right.
So you
That's
have
basically
to
the Newton's third law.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why science is so beautiful.
Correct. Everything is science. Everything in and around us is maths and science. I believe you believe the same thing, right? What about you, Sreyasi? Any advice for the students who are
So my
currently pursuing?
chemistry teachers in 11th class FIITJEE told me that follow the instruction without any argument. And that's the basic goal, okay? You need to follow the teacher's instruction without any argument. You need to work hard upon yourself. And the basic thing is when you are in the class, it's a batch of 40 students, okay?
Right.
You just need to think the teacher is there, the study is going on, and it's just me here.
Correct.
I can ask doubts or whatever it is. It's not like, वो क्या सोचेगा, ये क्या सोचेगा, या फिर मैं बहुत lower position पे हूँ. Because, ranks can be changed with the hard work you do. Like, when I was in 9th, all the students were from 6th, 7th class in FIITJEE. So my rank was little low, but you can see in 10th result, I was in the
That's
top three.
really inspiring, Sreyasi. So thank you so much, both of you. So as we conclude, this was the first episode for Unveiling Success, okay, at FIITJEE Dwarka. And from next episode onwards, we'll ensure that we are bringing the same curiosity and same sparkle, okay. So all the best, both of you.